At just 19 years old, Anna's life took an unexpected turn when she gave birth to a beautiful baby girl. Amid the joy, the parents' discovery of the father's identity led them to call the police. Anna, trembling with worry, mustered the courage to share her story. Who was the baby's dad? What had he done to Anna? And why did her parents call the police? But before we start, smash the like button and make sure to subscribe if you haven't, and hit that notification bell so that you won't miss any new stories. Anna sat on her bed with her heart beating in her chest, waiting for the test result to appear. Her best friend Sadie was in her room with her and held Anna's trembling hands in an attempt to calm her down. The seconds crept by slower than ever, and finally something started to appear on the test. The first line became visible and the girls held their breath as they stared at it. A few moments later, the second line also became visible. At first, Anna showed no reaction at all. Sadie thought that maybe she hadn't seen the second line, but as soon as she looked up at her, it was obvious that she had. Anna burst into tears and Sadie hugged her, trying to console her and telling her that everything would be okay. The next day, Anna pretended to be sick so she wouldn't have to go to school. When her parents saw her, they told her that she indeed did not look well, and it would be wise to go see the doctor. Luckily, the two girls were so close that Anna's parents didn't think anything weird of this. They kissed their daughter goodbye and went to work, leaving Anna home alone. Sadie arrived not long after Anna's parents had left, and she quickly got in the car. They drove to Anna's doctor and sat in the waiting room until Dr. Roberts called her name. When he finally did, the girls walked into his office together. About half an hour later, the girls were on their way home again. The doctor had confirmed that Anna was indeed pregnant and that she had been for 10 weeks already. The doctor understood that Anna was currently not in a relationship, and he understood how difficult this situation was for her. At first, Anna was 100% sure that she did not want to keep the baby. She was still so young and she wanted to live her life to the fullest. She didn't even have a college degree yet or a job. How was she supposed to take care of a baby on her own? And more importantly, she had broken up with her ex-boyfriend for a very good reason, and she did not want to see him ever again. But as time passed and she got used to being pregnant, she started to imagine life as a mother. Fast forward to a few months later, Anna was now showing, and she had not been able to hide her pregnancy from her parents anymore. At first, they were shocked and worried, especially when she didn't want to tell them who the father was. But she asked them to respect her decision to keep it a secret for now. And so that's what they did. Once they realized that she really wanted to be a mother and that they were going to become grandparents, they were very happy for her and supported her completely. However, Anna had still not contacted the father of the baby. He had no idea that he was even becoming a father. So as the due date came closer and closer, Anna felt ready. She was going to do this. Her parents quickly drove her to the hospital, and Sadie met them there as well. It was really happening now. She was glad that everything had gone well, despite the fact that she had kept the pregnancy a secret for the most part of it. But she also realized that she needed to do something important. She had not told anybody but Sadie about the baby's father and what he had done to her. But seeing her daughter's little face, she knew that she could not just let him get away with it. A few days after she and Rose came home, she called her parents to her room. She had something important to tell them. She owed it to herself and little Rose, as well as every other girl who had ever been in such a horrible situation. She took a deep breath and started talking, and she spilled out everything that she had kept to herself for the last couple of years. A while later, she was finished with her story. Her parents had not said a word while she had been talking. Both her parents came closer to her and hugged her tightly. "Oh, Anna, I'm so sorry you had to go through that." Her dad had a very serious look on his face when he told her, "I need to call the police about this, okay?" And Anna nodded. Her dad called the police and they sent a car to their house right away. One officer came to pick up Anna and bring her to the police station, where she could press charges. However, just as they were leaving the house, Anna froze. She asked the officer to wait for a moment. She just needed to pick something up from her room. Anna came back downstairs less than a minute later. She told the officer that she was ready and followed her to the car. And she was ready. After about an hour, she had finished telling her story to the officers, and while she was telling it, she had something important to show them. The thing she had picked up at home on the ride to the station was a box, a very special box, in which she had kept proof of everything Jake did. When the police officers saw everything that she had kept inside the box, their eyes widened in disbelief. After they looked through it for a while, they asked her if they could borrow the box. and they made copies of everything that was inside. Later that night, when Anna was finally back at home, holding Rose, she felt happy and satisfied. It had been a hard day, but she was so proud of herself for having taken that big step and finally standing up for herself. A couple of days later, Jake was called into the police station for an interrogation. The officers bombarded him with questions, and at first, he denied every single thing. He claimed that he was the victim here, not Anna, and that she had completely twisted the story. But luckily, Anna had expected this kind of behavior from him and kept evidence of it all in that box. As soon as the officers pulled out the copies of the evidence Anna had given them, Jake fell silent. Jake kept denying everything that Anna had accused him of, and eventually the case was taken to court. Anna had hoped to finish this all in silence and privacy, but the case had only gained more and more attention from the media and people online. People started recognizing her on the street, and at first, she absolutely hated it. She felt ashamed again, and she was starting to fall back into her old insecurities. Luckily, all the people who recognized her and approached her had something kind to say to her. She received so much support from complete strangers, and everyone was very supportive of her. She even received messages from other girls and women, and even men who had been in the same situation, telling her that she had inspired them to do something about it. When Anna realized that she had such a huge impact on the lives of others by simply sharing her story, she knew that she had to continue down that road. She ended up writing a book about what she had been through, and she even set up an organization for women who were in the same situation and needed help. You see, Jake had been very abusive toward Anna while they were in a relationship, but finally she made the decision to leave him. But that wasn't as easy as she had hoped it would be. When Jake realized that she wanted to leave him, he turned even worse. He became aggressive and controlling, and near the end, she was truly afraid of him. Thankfully, with the help of her parents and some of her friends, she was able to escape that horrible situation. She had just been scared that he would show up and take revenge, but now that she had Rose, she just had no other choice. She already loved this baby more than anyone or anything in the world. And for that exact reason, she had to report Jake to the police. And now that it was all over with, she was relieved, happy, and proud. She wanted a better future for herself and for Rose, and she did it. They led a happy life together, and Rose grew up to be a very smart and healthy girl. Anna even found a new boyfriend, and after dating him a couple of years, they got married. Luckily, he was the complete opposite of Jake. Anna was so happy with him. He loved and respected her, and he treated Rose as if she was his own. Eventually, they even had more kids together. Everything was finally falling into place, and Anna was happier than she had ever been before. In the end, Anna finally got the happy little family she deserved.